this is going to be a game that has the nation's interest. Not that all of the games don't, but Texas goes into a place that was already a minefield for Alabama. Texas coming off a loss to Georgia. I'm doing Inside College Football last night. They're teeing up the question, could it actually happen? Could the unthinkable happen? Well, the line's 18 and a half. So we have bigger upsets than that every Saturday. So let me ask you about Texas, because I gave my thoughts earlier this week. Do you think any differently of them, or how differently do you think of them if you do, coming off the Georgia game as opposed to what you thought about them going in?
I do feel a little bit different. I thought that was a game, Josh, where Georgia came in with the mentality of we're going to prove that I can't really think of the exact word to use, but I used rugged this week, which essentially piling together, more physical, more intense, maybe have a little bit more of an edge.
A rigidity.
Yeah, the only way that, I mean, in football world, we would describe it as more MFers on that team. And so I think they came in to kind of prove that, and they did. So my only concern, though, with Texas off of that would be, are there enough other areas in which they can impose their will on a team where they can go take a game, so to speak? So if they're playing Miami or they're playing Ohio State and that thing's kind of even in all aspects, do they have enough guys where they can say, this group or this part of our team is going to go take over this football game? They're going to go get that game for us, because I think a lot of us thought the offensive line, along with the tight ends, could sort of do that if they needed to. But they might not be that kind of a group up front offensively. Defensively, I think they still can be, but that would probably be. And then, two, they got to push the ball down the field more. Like you and I talked about it, the detachments, and we talked about it on Read and React Monday night. The backs out of the backfield, the tight ends out of the backfield. For the most part, Georgia defended those very, very well, tackled well in the open field. Now, they got 2 touchdowns down in the red zone off of them, but that wasn't something that Texas lived on in that game. You have these athletes at receiver, this speed at receiver, you're going to have to attack down the field. It can't just all be slants and balls out in the flat to create your explosive plays. So that's something I want to make sure that Texas is still going to be capable of doing.
I think the way they pull that off, if Vandy were to, be in that thing mid fourth quarter, is what you just said. So you've got a box score in front of you that shows Texas's longest pass play is 32 yards or something like that. Vandy's made them go on sustained 8, 9, 10 play drives in order to get in the end zone. And in the course of doing that, you sort of revisit what bit them last week. 4 turnovers against Georgia. Georgia's got 6 scoring drives. 4 of them begin in Texas territory. Another one starts on the Georgia 45.